One of the new features in Orchid's EFT processing for Sage Intacct is the French translation. With the new installation, if a user's language preference is set to English, all field labels and processing messages will be in English. If a user's language preference is set to French, that is both French France and French Canada, all field labels and messages will be in French. One thing we cannot translate dynamically is the menus. So if you want the menus in English, install the English XML file. That's the scenario where most of your users have English language preference, but a few users have the French language. They would still see the menu in English, but everything else would be in French. If most of your users are the French language and you want the menus in French, then you can install the French XML file. All users will have the French menu, but the users within English language will still have the menu in French. So this is what it looks like on the Orchid website. You now have 2 installation files. You need to log on to the website, go to Product Download, select Sage Intacct, and you now have your EFT processing for Sage Intacct with the English menu and the French version. They are both the same except the translation of the menu. You do not need to install both, you install one or the other. Si la majorité des utilisateurs sélectionnent français comme langue préférée dans Sage Intacct, vous utilisez la version en français. You choose this application if most users have selected French, France or Canada as their preferred language in Sage Intacct. Otherwise, download the English version and the French users will still have the field translated into French. One thing to note is that the field labels on EFT banks and on the Orchid EFT tab for vendor, customer and employees are set in the EFT format and not translated. So if you still see some fields in English, even though most of your users use French, go and check the EFT format or ask us for assistance with updating the EFT format. At this stage, the documentation in the online help is not translated in French, but we have included in the resources video section, select Sage Intacct in French, and we now have 2 detailed presentations of using Orchid's EFT for prélèvement client et paiement fournisseur.